want to send this video out to people, as there's been a report as well from the news media. The newspaper, the Daily Mail, has sent in a report stating as well that is the government hiding evidence of Planet X? Conspiracy theorists claim world leaders are spraying our skies with chemicals to stop us from seeing the mythical world Nibiru. It also states in the report here that me, Matt Rogers, who regularly posts conspiracy videos on YouTube, I mean the word conspiracy, when I post videos, I post them as truthful as I can, because we can all see a big change in our skies. And this newspaper, the Daily Mail, is trying to twist it slightly to say that I am a conspiracy theorist, which I'm not. I'm a truther that just wants the truth to come out. I see what I see, and we have every right, all of us, to talk about and take images of our skies. We're doing nothing wrong. We're taking images, and we're just very observant, and also know that something is changing. It also says in the report that I predicted that Nibiru would trigger world-ending earthquakes on November the 19th. Now, I'd like to say that I've never ever gave a date or spoke about the 19th of November of a world-ending earthquake. Never at all. You can check my videos and listen to what I've said in the past. Now, I've never given a date of an event, but what I have given as messages stating that there has been a huge change to our weather patterns and our skies, the colours, and this chemtrail activity that's being so much more evident now in our skies. We're seeing a lot of spraying that's going on. Now, it says here now in part of the report, and now that his theory has fallen flat, Mr. Rogers has come up with an explanation. Now, first of all, it states his theory has fallen flat. Well, that's quite strange, isn't it? Because more and more people are coming forward with evidence that our skies are changing, and to say them words is just childish, really. It says also here as well, in a new video titled "Our Skies Are Being Sprayed to Cover Up the Truth," Mr. Rogers shows several images of the moon and the sun taken from around the world. Speaking about an image of the moon over Austria, Mr. Rogers said, "Looking up, we should see the moon, not that beam of light." Now, what I'm saying is, we are seeing the moon, but we're seeing it far too bright for the month of November. And also, I never mentioned Austria. It was taken, them images on that video, from Europe. So what they're doing really, which is quite confusing, but again, it just shows that media are trying to slightly twist the truth again, because everywhere across the world, of many people sending photos in, are showing that the skies are being pelted with chemtrails at certain times of the day. And it says here as well on this statement, all of these are caused by pilots spraying our skies. They're being used and controlled by the government. Now, we all know the truth, don't we? We all read the headlines. We all can read between the lines of truth and lies. And on the other article from the Daily Mail that was sent out last week about scientists have proven without a shadow of a doubt that they are contrails, and all we do is look up to the skies and notice that they are Chemtrails. It's been proven time and time over again of these chemicals that are being sprayed in our atmosphere. Now, these chemtrails, again, trying to trap the heat in, as there is a huge problem out there with our sun. And they are indeed out there spraying to hide objects. Now, many truthers have sadly been spoke down about this. There's many books that have been made for people to read that speak the truth as well. Now, we just got to remain strong and remain positive. I've no disrespect in the newspapers. I'm just a family man that's seeing the truth. I'm no scientist, and I do speak to other channels which are running strong, and we pick up information, we share information. Sadly, other channels have been pulled down, and they've been able to stand up on their feet again and work hard, starting again, because in the back of our minds we know that there's something changing. It is very important just to keep going and showing what we see. So, to the reporter from the Daily Mail, I wish you all respect, and thank you again for mentioning about these past reports, but you really have to start thinking out the box and looking up to the skies, because we can all see a massive change in our system. So let's now move over and show these images that are coming across from many parts of the world, seeing the differences. And also, if you're new to the channel, please remember the past skies. If you can remember the skies back in the early 2000s, and then look at the skies now, there has been a big difference. Now, I just want to show you a few pictures of a big change. Now, we've seen some of these photographs before, but again, to the news media that are watching the channel, can you please explain this photograph to us? Because what we're seeing, as I've said it before, look how dark the sky is, the blue sky behind those trails. Look at the way the supposed sun is reflecting in the sky here as well. There has been a big change, and it's important to see these photographs and think back to the past skies. It is so evident that there has been and will continue to be a change. Here is another photo that was sent in by another kind person that wants the truth to come out, to see a change. Now, there's been, again, as I said before, many observers that look at the heavens, have been looking since of an early age, and notice a big change. These are not natural clouds. That's behind the cloud there above our atmosphere is unnatural. It's too dim, the dark skies above. So any reporter would like to discuss the matter on a link through a video, it's my pleasure to talk to you. Here's another image as well that was brought in by a kind gentleman. Now, the weather channels as well, the media, when I look and speak, also try to get through to the media to talk about these images, I get no response. But when I see those weather channels displaying their unfortunate disinformation by saying that everything is fine, the weather patterns, the showers, and predicting all sorts of different information, but then we turn around and look at what we see that's on this photograph, it's completely different, isn't it? It is not the same as what they're saying, and what we're seeing here is just more of spraying that gets continually sprayed all the time. And I spoke to a kind gentleman as well 2 days ago, explaining that I was out for lunch and parked up in a car park locally near a place, a Walmart called Tesco's, and I just noticed that around about 12:30 they started to heavily spray the skies. Now, I noticed as well, it was very cold, the temperature was very low. It dropped considerably, and then after them spraying in front of the area of the sun that we see, the temperature rose, it got very high. Well, it jumped, it climbed twice as much. It reached about 9, and it did warm up, and I was quite shocked. So they're blocking and trying to trap temperatures, and people that are unaware are walking in and out of this shopping mall with their lunch and their eyes down to the mobile phones, and they're not paying attention, they're not looking up to seeing what is truly happening. And I'm not here to worry anybody, I'm not here as a fearmonger or trying to make money out of this. I am trying to hopefully make sure that other people look up to see what's going on, because this is our earth, we live on our earth. It's not owned by these corporations and these other government officials. It belongs to us the public. Now, this is a public channel, YouTube channel. It's open to the public. We have got the right to our views and our thoughts of what's going on, and we will continue to share and also think for ourselves with this situation, because I speak to other people, and when I do speak to other people, I ask them to look up, and many few turn around and they're shocked. They've never seen it before. They're like, hold on, something is going on. And they notice that they are not contrails, because they stay in the sky for hours, and many do look up and say, oh, they're cloud formations, there's nothing going on, they're just passenger airlines, which I fully respect them for saying that. I don't turn around and say, well, you're wrong, and start getting all uptight. I'm not like that. I'm a very calm person and just very observant, and I've never been through the channel, I've never been annoyed, or I do get upset and frustrated sometimes because I would like the truth to come out, but remaining positive and calm is very important, as those people, they can have any opinion which they like to have, but for those who are interested in this situation are seeing a huge difference. Let me just move to the next photograph. Okay, we've got another image that came in some time back from another genuine subscriber that had spotted the skies around 10:30 in the morning. Now, what we should see here is a yellow sun and a nice blue sky, but we're seeing a difference, aren't we? We're seeing a strange light colour. Now, as the Daily Mail explained, that I had spoke about the moon had changed. Now, something is going on, because when being an observer to the skies for many years, like many of you have been doing, we are seeing a much more lighter moon. Now, I'm not saying it's some sort of situation where they have changed the moon and it's become like a light that's in the sky. Now, that sounds quite strange, but what we are seeing is a huge bright light source that's reflecting off our moon. For November, the moon was quite darker, it was greyer through the past years, but through these last couple of years we have seen a big change in the brightness, and they come out with these different words naming these moons, these words, supermoon and what have you. They name clouds, these chem clouds, these formations, different names as well. Now, again, we have the right to speak out because there has been a change through the years. But on the screen that you can see on this photograph, this is a sunrise. But you can look through those areas of these cloud formations, and it's just a haze of colour, isn't it? A reflector, a reflection. Now, I've done photography in the past, and I've done a lot of art as well, do artwork, drawings and things in the past, and I pick up reflections and colours and different refractions, and you do get used to it. You can notice differences. And also with the changes in the sky now, this is why I've picked up looking, because I notice differences. I'm going to go to another photo now. Here's another photo that was taken from a true observer of the skies as well, taken in the USA. And this kind person emails all the time, sending information in. With the photograph as well, it's very unnatural, isn't it? We're seeing chem lines there, and we're also seeing the haze, where they're trapping the heat in, the temperature rises, and many people are emailing, explaining this. For those that have seen the natural skies in the past, would look at this as a big difference, big change. But the ones in the younger generation and other people would look up and think this is normal. It's not normal. And I will hope that one day that the media will speak out. Now, that kind man, Mr. John Moore, with his documentary, he's made a few documentaries, a fantastic man. I follow his channel, his radio channel, and I hope others will do so too, because he's spoken out about this big change. The climate is very abrupt right now, and this is down and due to wormwood. Now, wormwood is a system that's been coming in for years, many years, and it's affected our solar system in the past. Now, other planets that are in our solar system are heating up. I've explained it on another video. So it's not all to do with climate change here on Earth. It's happening all across our solar system, and it's happened before. Those objects now are making their way back on this 3,600 year elliptical orbit. But we need to just be vigilant and positive, because we have the right to speak out, we have the right to discuss this. Again, this is a public channel that is open for views and comments to discuss this situation. So thank you again for this sending this image in. Here's another photograph that brought interest to me as well, and I spoke about this image in the past. Now, what we're seeing there is a huge change as well. We're seeing something else that's rising. The shape, the formation, I've checked this photograph through thoroughly, and it is indeed a strange object. Now, we speak about this reflector in the skies, and indeed something has happened with the sun. There has been a change. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this video short, and I'll be back with more fresh images that are coming through. But as I said before, that we have the right to speak out. We share information from other channels showing the differences, and I just want the truth to come out. Now, just only a couple of days ago, the moon was heavily chemtrailed on the horizon. It was a strange colour, and to those that are watching the channel, and even reporters that are viewing as well and listening to what information is being told, please take a look outside in the evening and look out to the rising of the moon. You can see those lines that being to cover up a huge difference. So take care, and I'll be back very shortly, because indeed we are observers to the heavens, and we have the right to do so. We're not breaking any laws, we're not causing any problems, we're just wanting to hear about what is happening, because no one is speaking about it. We see those chemtrails, we see those lines,